The 1911 45 ACP. Why this gun is still relevant even after 100 years. It's a heavy gun and you can get shorter barrels, but I like a full-size 1911. You get a better sight picture on a good 5-inch long barrel. After 100 years, this gun was made in 1911. Our military carried it all the way up till 1985. It's won 2 world wars, Korean War and Vietnam. There is something about this firearm, the nostalgia of this firearm and the quality, it is very hard to beat. There's all kinds of Glocks out there and the SIGs, I love them all. But I always go back to this firearm. They call this the old man's gun, but if it's so outdated, why do elite shooters still reach for it every day? And why does it still outshoot modern pistols? Stick around, because the answer might change the way you look at the 1911 forever. John Moses Browning developed this weapon. In 1907, they started developing it. It was adopted by our military March 29, 1911. It served in World War I, World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam. Our military carried it all the way up to 1985 until it was replaced by the Beretta M9. The reason I always go back to the 1911, and I've carried my SIGs and my Glocks and Smith & Wessons and revolvers, and capacity is great, having 17+1, 20+1 rounds. Some of those, the weight obviously almost outweighs some of these 1911s. You're only getting 7, 8 rounds plus 1 in the chamber in these, but you have a 45 ACP, a big bullet, it's got a lot of impact. Yes, these guns do have a little bit of weight to them, but when you add 20 rounds to those other guns, you are going to feel that weight carrying that thing every day. I like my 1911 because it's thin, it's easy to conceal. This is my summer gun. This is what I normally carry in the summertime. It's a little bit smaller, 3-inch barrel. It's an aluminum frame, steel top. It's hard to go wrong. Good sight system. I mean, it's just easy to find my target with this. As fall comes around into winter, into spring, I'm back to full size because normally I'm wearing more clothing. I'm wearing sweatshirts, things like that. I'm always trying to have a 5-inch weapon on me at all times. I get 7+1. Some of these I get 8+1. And my shot placement is so important to me. I practice all the time. It is a priority to make sure that I know how to shoot my weapon, that I'm proficient with it. SIG has their issues. It's all in the paper and things like that. Lack of safety, just a long trigger pull. Glock has their safety in their trigger and things like that. This one has 2 safeties. So when the hammer's back and you carry this locked and loaded, that's where that term came from. Locked and loaded, hammer's back. By the way, my firearm is clear. No bullets in this gun. You have 2 safeties on this gun. You have your slide safety, and you turn that down, and you have your grip safety. So that has to be turned into the down position off, and you have to have a good grip to be able to fire this firearm. I believe that that is so important, especially in an EDC scenario, an everyday carry scenario, that having those multiple safeties, it's also a muscle memory. I've been carrying this gun for about 29 years. And it is my go-to every time I go back to it. The thinness of it, the 5-inch barrel gives me a little bit better sight picture, and between the safety, the mag release, I can always find it. Pretty hard to go wrong with the 1911. Yes, it has a little bit more kick than the 9mm. So does the 40 caliber, and there's still a lot of guys carrying the 40s. We've done some tests out here. I actually think that because of the weight of this gun, and you can get tungsten guide rods to help hold this muzzle flip down, but that's just adding more weight to it. Just get to know your firearm and put a lot of rounds down range. I've probably got close to 3,000 to 4,000 rounds through this gun. It's not failed me. I really enjoy shooting this gun. Hey guys, real quick, if you like this content, sign up for my monthly newsletter. You'll get safety tips, behind the scenes content, and chances to win prizes, like the Springfield Armory Echelon, chambered in 9mm. We do giveaways every month, so hit the link in the description. There's all kinds of variations. I have a few of them here. This is a 4-inch barrel. This is the Pro Carry 2 in 4-inch aluminum frame, just a little bit lighter. It's got the rosewood grips on it, solid guide rod, bull barrel on the front of it. That means it does not have the lug on the front of it that you have to turn to break it down. Great carry gun. Does not have ambidextrous safety, just one side, so it's basically a right-handed gun only. You can get the gunsmith to change that for you. I enjoy this gun. This is a good gun. Recoils very nicely. The weight, to me, I can feel the muzzle flip a little bit more in this gun than, say, my everyday carry, my Kimber. Same thing with this one. This is a 3-inch barrel. This is the Ultra Raptor 2. made by Kimber. This is my summer gun. This is what I switch to when it's really hot out. I'm wearing shorts. Maybe I got just a t-shirt on it. I can IWB on all of these firearms. I'm able to carry this gun without it being able to profile. It has a shorter grip. This is a 7+1 with a Wilson mag. You don't have the sighting system on it. When you get a longer barrel, it helps you get a little bit better sight picture. Shorter barrels a little bit harder, so you got to practice with it. Ambidextrous safety, still has your grip safety, they all do. This is the Springfield TRP. Kind of looks like the RoboCop gun, right? It's just a big gun, it's heavy, a lot of muzzle weight up here. And man, it really stays down during that muzzle flip, but you notice carrying this gun by the end of the day. It can get my hips hurting because it has so much weight to it. Once you add that 8+1 in it, same thing, ambidextrous safety, the standard grip safety, nice sight system, 5-inch barrel. I put a little white on the end of on that. It's got night sights, just a great gun. I would actually, if this thing would just be a little bit lighter, I would probably carry this about every day instead of my other one because I like the profile of that, but it's just heavy. And then my Kimber Rapide, man, this thing's got a lot of wear on it. It's come in handy a few times in some scenarios that I've had to be in before. I carried this gun as a law enforcement officer as well for the last couple of years of my career, and put a lot of rounds down range. I think I'm hitting 3,000 or 4,000 rounds through this. Hollow points, ball ammo, you name it, I've put it through this gun, and it is one of my favorite guns. I say that a lot about guns, and every gun's my favorite. This is my ultimate EDC right here. This is what you'll find on me 9-10 months out of the year. The grip on the 1911, you get to get in there a little bit high and tight. It's got a nice beaver tail, so you're not gonna cut yourself when the slide comes back. Some of the older 1911s had some issues to where they were a little bit more narrow back here, and people would get their hand up a little bit too high and get that grip where it was up a little bit too high, and see that skin right there? That slide would come back and cut their skin. The nice thing is get a nice gun with a nice wide beaver tail on the back of it, which is also the grip safety. Get your hand in there, get a nice tight grip. The aiming's a standard 3-dot system. Line them up just like you would any other firearm. Practice, practice, practice. Every sighting system, you know, the heights are a little bit different, and the depth, the width of the gutter in the back right here is always a little bit more narrow or tighter or wider. So knowing where you're kind of setting that gun, trying to find that front sight at the distance that we're shooting, really and truly, if you get that front sight on target, you should be very close to where you're wanting to hit. The 1911, guys, even after 100 years, is very relevant. The quality, the fit, the finish, you can actually change your grips on like a lot of these things. You can customize it, you can send them off and have some very cool things done to them. And yeah, I know you can do that to the Glock and things like that, but it's normally a colored trigger, a couple pounds different. The 1911, for the thinness, for the quality that they are, I know they come in at 45 ACP. There are some 9mm out there now. I like the 45. I like having just 7-8 rounds, making sure my shot placement is great. You got to give it a try. If you don't have one, go out, get you a good belt, get you a good holster, and just practice, be proficient. I appreciate everybody watching. Please, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and remember this: God, family, country.